Hi, and welcome to Building with Blue. I am doing my introductory video for the second time because the first time I forgot to put on my microphone, which is kind of blocked by my prodigious beard, but it cracks me up that it has a wind protector. It's called a Dead Cat, so I'm wearing a Dead Cat. My name is Blue, and this is my shop. It is a rented space, 12 by 40, and it's big because I have big projects that I'm doing. I'll get into the projects later. I wanted to introduce myself a little bit and tell you a little bit more about me. I have done multiple things with my life or in my life as far as work, hobbies, and that kind of thing. Tried to be a lifelong learner, and I have kind of had the attitude that I never really say no. I never think I can't do something. I always try. And that's led me down a lot of different roads and allowed me to learn a lot of different things, which I'm really happy about. It's helped me out a lot in my life. I was in the Navy. I worked in engineering for 4.5 years. I have my associates in mechanical engineering. One of my loves is doing design work and AutoCAD. I never got into 3D CAD. I need to try to do that. I've tried a few times, and I really need to take a course, I think, to get the 3D CAD into my brain better. I'm just so used to doing 2D CAD that it's kind of a difficult process for me to do on my own. I always joke that my parents always told me when I was growing up that I could do anything I wanted with my life, but they never told me I had to pick one thing, not one thing. So that led to me learning all kinds of things. So I've done woodwork, I've done metalwork, sheet metal. I've done mechanical work. I've worked on all my own vehicles, trucks, motorcycles, cars, um, all kinds of things. And in my professional life, I've worked on cars and boats and motorcycles and airplanes and helicopters and forklifts, all kinds of things. So I have pretty good mechanical background. I don't call myself a mechanic, but I do a lot of mechanical stuff, and I enjoy mechanical stuff. It clicks with me. Electrical is my least favorite thing, so it's one of the things I struggle with. But in this day and age, it's so nice to have YouTube and Patreon, different places you can go to get help with those things. And we have AI now, so that can help too. Although you have to be careful with AI, you have to corroborate what AI says sometimes or a lot of times. I wouldn't just trust it outright. I have big projects I'm working on. That's why I got this space. I have a camper I fell in love with. It's a 1970 Ford F-350 based camper, built in 1970 on the east slope of Colorado, which is over by Denver, Colorado Springs. I think it was built in Colorado Springs. I am in western Colorado right now in Grand Junction. And my plan is to build that camper and a shop trailer, which is another big project. The shop trailer was a U-Haul truck and a 20-foot enclosed, what do you call it? Cube or cab, whatever, on the backside, box. That's what I'm thinking of, box. With a cab over section. And I cut the frame and sold the front end, the whole front end, the cab, engine, and everything. Sold that, and now I'm going to put a tongue on the frame, and I'm going to enclose the space under the cab over and make that the place where I keep the air compressor and the generator and that kind of thing. Probably my welder, and then my shop will be in the back in the box. I didn't mention for the last. So I've worked in many different fields, but for the last 20 years, I've been doing upholstery, mainly on airplanes. But I've done, again, cars and boats and motorcycles, airplanes and helicopters. So I worked for Sikorsky for a little bit, working on airplanes or working on helicopters. I worked for all the big aircraft companies, Gulfstream, Falcon Jet, Bombardier, worked for a lot of the refurb companies. I was contracting for about 9 years, which was really helpful in my career because I was able to see how everyone works, and I was able to learn from a lot of people, and I was able to figure out that each place has almost the identical problems. So it doesn't matter where you work, it's all the same. Um, and I'm one of the rare people that I've found in upholstery where, because of the way I started and the way I had my career go, I am able to do all the phases of upholstery. So I can do carpet, I can do panels, I can do seats, I can do curtains, whatever, foam work. Nowadays, you go to a place and they hear you can do foam and they freak out and they want you to, just do foam the whole time you're there when I was contracting. So it's been good and bad. I mean, sometimes I get pigeonholed into doing things that I'd rather not do, but when I'm a contractor, my mindset is I'm there to help them. When a contractor comes in, the company's behind and they need help. So when I'm a contractor, I just go and do whatever they ask me to do because that's what they need help with. There are other projects I'm doing that are interesting / difficult / things that people may be interested in. I joke that I work to buy tools because I love tools, and I have some really nice tools. So I'll have some videos and pictures showing the tools I'm using, why I use it, how I use it. And I always try to explain why I'm doing something the way I'm doing it. And I'll try and explain how I'm doing it and that kind of thing, and give you safety tips and pointers along the way. Hopefully it's helpful and productive, and hopefully you enjoy it. I'm glad you found me. If you have any questions, let me know. This is new to me. Video is new to me. I already had, like I said, I had to do this twice. This is my second time because I forgot my microphone. The other thing I had to learn is giving myself an intro and outro so that you're not watching me walk up and shut the phone off. So that, little things like that. And I've been putting off doing videos because I'm already very, very busy. I'm going to be building a shop press. I'm modifying a receiver hitch. I'm extending the frame on the camper build, which that's a whole other story. The camper build's a whole other story. I want to make that a whole, its own video. But this I want to have pinned at the top of the page, so anyone who comes to my page will be able to see this first. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will do my best to answer. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with Patreon. So far, I have Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So Patreon, I would like it to be kind of a teaching platform where people can come and ask questions, and if they subscribe to my Patreon at different levels, then they get different levels of support. Time is of the essence on everything. So, I want to help, but I need, to also make sure that it's getting me something in return because I don't have a lot of extra time. Before I go, I wanted to mention there's two big influences in me starting this. Like I said, I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I've been putting it off because I'm so busy with other projects. But Barbie the Welder, if you look her up on Facebook or Instagram, I think she might be on TikTok also. She was a huge influence in me starting this, along with my experiences of people in generations after mine. I think the newer generations are starting to get back into the kind of Renaissance type stuff where they're learning how to do things and working with their hands. But there's a big section of people who were not raised that way, and they don't have the experience or knowledge or skills, but they want to learn. So I'm hoping that I can help with that. I'm hoping that, at the very least, people can live vicariously through me. The other person that inspired me is Scott Bowden. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's definitely on TikTok. He's also on Facebook. He's a little crazier than I plan on being, and I'm going to keep it PG-13 because I have a family. I'm the adopted uncle to 6 kids in Idaho that I love, and I'd love for them to watch my videos and be able to watch my videos without any problems. So I will keep it PG-13. I'm pretty good about that. I can internalize my rage and not verbalize it. So